ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನಾನು ಬಿ ಪ್ರಕಾಶ್ ರಾವ್, ನಿವೃತ್ತ ಪ್ರಾಧ್ಯಾಪಕ. ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತ ಶಿವಮೊಗ್ಗ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯ ತೀರ್ಥಹಳ್ಳಿಯ ತುಂಗಾ ಕಾಲೇಜಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂ.ಕಾಮ್ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟರ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾರ್ಯನಿರ್ವಹಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಪ್ರವೇಶವಾಗುವ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಮನೆಯವರು ಹಾಗೂ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೊಡನೆ ಆಗಷ್ಟೇ ದುಬೈ ಪ್ರವಾಸ ಮುಗಿಸಿ ಫೆಬ್ರವರಿ 2ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ಭಾರತಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ವಿ. ಮಂಗಳೂರು ವಿಮಾನ ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಷ್ಟೇ ಕೋವಿಡ್-19 ಚೈನಾ ಮತ್ತು ಅಮೇರಿಕ, ಯುರೋಪ್ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾವಳಿಯನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದರಿಂದ ನಮಗೆ ವಿಮಾನ ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಥರ್ಮೋಮೀಟರ್ ಬಳಸಿ ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಸೂಚನೆ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದರು. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಕೋವಿಡ್-19 ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆಸಕ್ತಿ ವಹಿಸಿ ನಾನು ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಸಂಗ್ರಹಿಸ್ತಾ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಆ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಅಂಕೆ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಗಳು ಏನನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಕೋವಿಡ್-19 ಹರಡುವಿಕೆಯ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಅದು ಯಾವಾಗ ನಿಲ್ಲಬಹುದು, ಈ ಅಂಕೆ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಗಳ ಆಧಾರವನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಟುಕೊಂಡು ನಾನು ತಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ನನ್ನ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯವನ್ನು ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತಪಡಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊರಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಬಹುಶಃ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಜನಾಂಗದ ಚರಿತ್ರೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋವಿಡ್-19 ತರಹದ ವೈರಸ್ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ವೇಳೆಗೆ ಕೋವಿಡ್-19ನ ಹೆಸರು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಸೇರಿದಂತೆ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರೂ ಕೂಡ ಗೊತ್ತು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದ ಬಹುತೇಕ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಗಳು ಕೋವಿಡ್-19 ಹಾವಳಿಯಿಂದ ನಲುಗಿ ಹೋಗಿದೆ. ಪ್ರಪಂಚವೆಲ್ಲ ಯುದ್ಧ ಸಮಯದ ಅನುಭವಕ್ಕೊಳಗಾಗಿ ಜನಸಮುದಾಯ ಮನೆಯೊಳಗೆ ಅಡಗಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾದಂಥ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಸಾವು ನೋವುಗಳು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಡೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಕಳ್ಕೊಂಡಂತಹ, ಆದಾಯವನ್ನು ಕಳ್ಕೊಂಡಂತಹ ಜನರ ದುಸ್ಥಿತಿ, ಇದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಗಮನಿಸ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಸತ್ತ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯ ಕುಟುಂಬದವರು ಅನುಭವಿಸುವ ನೋವು, ಸತ್ತ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಶವಗಳೊಡನೆ ಕರಗಿ ಹೋಗುವಂತಹ ಯಾರೂ ಕುಟುಂಬದವರು ಕೂಡ ನೋಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗದೇ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ನಿರ್ಮಾಣ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಲಾಕ್ಡೌನ್ನಿಂದಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದ ಬಹುತೇಕ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಗಳು, ಶ್ರೀಮಂತ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಗಳು ಸೇರಿದಂತೆ ಭಾರತ ಕೂಡ ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ದುಸ್ಥಿತಿಗೆ ಒಳಗಾಗಿದೆ. ಶಾಲಾ ಕಾಲೇಜುಗಳು ಯಾವಾಗ ತೆರೀತದೋ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಈ ವರ್ಷದ ಶೈಕ್ಷಣಿಕ ವರ್ಷ ಹಾಳಾಗಿ ಹೋಗಿದೆ. ಮುಂದಿನ ಶೈಕ್ಷಣಿಕ ವರ್ಷದ ಮೇಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಈ ವರ್ಷದ ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಪರಿಣಾಮ ಬೀರುವ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ತುಂಬ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಇಂತಹ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಹರಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಇದಕ್ಕೇನಾದರೂ ಅಂತ್ಯ ಉಂಟಾ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಅಂಕೆ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಗಳ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ತಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತಪಡಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊರಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಇದು ಯಾವುದೇ ವೈದ್ಯಕೀಯ ತಜ್ಞರ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯದಿಂದ ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತಿಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಕೇವಲ ಅಂಕೆ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಗಳು ಏನನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ತಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಈ ಮೂಲಕ ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತಪಡಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊರಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತಿ 3 ಭಾಗಗಳನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿದೆ. ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋವಿಡ್-19 ಯಾವ ಥರ ಹರಡಿದೆ, ಯಾವ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಗಳು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಇದರಿಂದ ಸಾವು ನೋವುಗಳನ್ನು ಅನುಭವಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಭಾರತದ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ಚಿತ್ರಣವಾದರೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋವಿಡ್-19 ಯಾವಾಗ ಪ್ರವೇಶ ಆಯಿತು, ಯಾವ ಥರದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ ಹರಡಿದೆ, ಸಾವು ನೋವುಗಳು ಹಾಗೂ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ, ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಇನ್ನೂ ಕೂಡ ಹೇಗೆ ಪ್ರವೇಶ ಆಗಿ ಹಾಗೆ ಉಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೆ ತುಂಬ ಜನರಲ್ಲಿ, ಇದರ ಅಂಕೆ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಗಳನ್ನು ನಾನು ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊರಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಇದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಹೋಲಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾರತದ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿಯನ್ನು ವಿವರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಹಾಗೆ 3ನೇ ಭಾಗವಾಗಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋವಿಡ್-19 ಯಾವ ಥರ ಹರಡಿದೆ ಮತ್ತು ಇದು ಯಾವ ಥರದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಳಿಮುಖವಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಇದರ ಭವಿಷ್ಯ ಏನು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತಪಡಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊರಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಈ ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತಿಯನ್ನು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಶೀಟನ್ನು ಬಳಸಿ ಮುಂದಿನ 3 ವಿಭಾಗಗಳನ್ನು ನಾನು ತಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊರಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಗಮನಿಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. Now I am presenting COVID-19 pandemic picture as to how it has spread in the world, in India and in Karnataka. The first part of the sheet shows the world scenario in respect of COVID-19 spread. COVID-19 has spread to almost all countries in the world. Now it has spread to 218 countries in the world. The total number of cases that is confirmed is 4 crore 64 lakh plus, and recovered 3 crore 35 lakh plus, and still there is 1 crore plus cases are remaining. The death in the world has crossed 12 lakhs. The total population of the world, I would like to remember you, is 778 crores, and the death figure shows enormous. The major countries which are affected by COVID-19 includes USA, India, Brazil, Russia, France, Spain, Argentina, Colombia, UK and Mexico. The sheet shows the COVID-19 cases on the basis of confirmed cases. USA has maximum cases. Next comes India, Brazil and Russia, France and other countries. The total number of cases that are confirmed in relation to it, how much is recovered and how much is still active cases, maybe depending on the tests that are conducted on the population. The figure shows that the total cases that are confirmed in respect of 1 million population, that is on average basis, is 6,088, and in USA it is 28,850. In India it is just 5,971. That is, for 1 million test cases, the confirmed cases is just 5,971. Whereas in other countries, the figure is much more. For example, in Brazil it is 26,000, in Spain 28,000 plus. And with regarding the number of cases that are tested for 1 million population, in USA 4,51 plus cases are tested, whereas in India it is only 80,000 plus cases. In Brazil and other countries much more cases are tested. So this may affect the total number of cases reported and active cases. That may be the limitation of this data as why India shows lower number of cases. Of course, the death figure in India is 1,23,137 up to today. That is, it is much lower compared to other countries in respect of percentages. India has a percentage of 1.49% compared to other countries, other major countries. Mexico has the highest percentage, that is 9.87%. And of the 10 major countries affected by COVID-19, India seems to have lower percentage in respect of death. I would like to show another sheet, that is on the basis of death, what are the countries which are affected most. USA is having the figure of 2,37,000, whereas Brazil 1,60,000. India has crossed 1,23,000, and other countries figures you can see here. So India is having third place in respect of death, whereas in case of total number of cases, India has reached second place. Compared to its population, that is, it is having around 138 crores. The number of cases reported is very much less. I have already told you that it may be due to less number of test cases. But the percentage of death indicates that India is having very low percentage of death. This is the world scenario. You can also observe that in the world also the total number of cases that are still active is falling at a faster rate. Of course, there is a report that there is second wave in Europe and America, and the cases are after reduction is again rising. And I would like to show what is the position of India in respect of the COVID-19 cases. In India, the first case started on 30th January. One confirmed case is there. And for many days, there was no much increase. And the cases started increase gradually. And you can see in the screen that the gradual increase is there. And in the initial stages, the figures were very less, and gradually it increased to 3 figure, 4 figure, 5 figure, and like that the figure shows that India has also affected severely due to COVID cases. And till yesterday, the total number of cases is 82 lakh 65,000 plus, and out of that 54 lakh is already recovered, and 7 lakh 60,000 cases still active, and the death number is 1 lakh 23,139 till yesterday. And there is a reduction in the cases, and also you can observe here there is also reduction in the active cases. That is, for example, yesterday there is recovery of 21,429 cases, and the number of cases also it has reduced from 1,000 plus to now it is 497 yesterday, and it has reduced to 3 figures, and the recovery rate is till yesterday 91.97%, and the death rate has reduced to 1.49, and there is increase of 0.46% when compared to the previous day's figures. So that means there is a drastic reduction in India in the total cases of COVID. The 5-day moving average shows the death rate has reduced to 514 from over 1,000. So there is a bit of hope you can see in India's figures as the data shows. You can observe in the chart that there are four lines shown here. The blue line is confirmed case, there is active case, there is recovery case, and the yellow line shows the deceased one. The confirmed cases are rising, the active case is falling drastically, the recovery line is also rising, and the death rate is reducing drastically, and it is at the bottom compared to world average. So this, if this trend continues, there is hope of falling cases, and soon India may recover from COVID cases. The 5-day moving average of recovery comes to 12,479, and if this is applied to recovery, perhaps by December 15th around the COVID cases may stop. This is the opinion that is drawn from the data only and not from any other medical sources. Coming to the states, I have taken 10 states which are affected most by COVID cases. that is updated till yesterday. Maharashtra stands first, then comes Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka is in third place, and Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, Delhi, Kerala, West Bengal, Odisha, and Telangana follows. And the death rate in Maharashtra is much more, that is 2.62 when compared to other states. Andhra Pradesh is having lowest death rate 0.81%, Karnataka is having 1.35%, and of course Kerala is having very low percentage, that is 0.35. But the active cases still is more in Kerala when compared to Karnataka, and Andhra Pradesh is showing very much less active cases. Of course, Telangana is having little less than Andhra Pradesh. The total um, cases of 10 states is occupied around 76.45% of the total Indian cases, and the percentage of death is also much higher in these 10 states. It accounts around 80%, 79.72% of total deaths in India. India's average is 1.49% of death, and the 10 states average is 1.55%. So you can observe that these 10 states accounts more than 75% of the total cases in India. Coming to um, Karnataka's position, I have recorded the data from 19th June. Uh, Initially, like in other states, as India's scenario, the total cases number increased drastically, and there is initially recovery rate was less compared to India's average. Again, it had dropped to 36, 35. In this way, the recovery rate has fallen compared to India's average, and the death rate was also much higher. Gradually, the death rate in Karnataka is reducing, and the 5-day death rate has reduced to 0.31%. Actually it is 1.35%. 0.31% increase compared to the previous day. So 5-day average death has reduced to 35. It has reduced from over 100. Now it is 35 death per day. That is 5-day average. Yesterday's death is just 29, and it has reduced from 100 plus. If this 5-day average, moving average is taken with regarding the average recovery rate, the COVID cases, active cases may reduced by 11th November as the data shows. Here and there may be some little bit variation may be there, and even if there is variation, the data shows by second week of this month, November, um, there is almost closed cases in Karnataka as the data speaks, and there may be few new cases, and recovery also continues, and the data shows that Karnataka will be one of the first states in India to recover from COVID cases. This is irrespective of this opinion is drawn only from the data. So medical opinion may be different, and there is talk about second wave, etc. There is festival season, and the number of cases may increase. Irrespective of that, the data shows that there is full recovery of COVID by second week of November. The graph also shows the same thing. The confirmed cases is falling. The active case is falling drastically. There is a very small gap between the bottom and the present case. The recovery is much faster. So there is a narrow gap between active case and confirmed cases. So this is the number is also not rising at a faster rate. So this gives us the hope that Karnataka will also recover from COVID very soon. That is, as per the data speaks, by November 15th around, the COVID cases will close and new cases may be there. But irrespective of that, we can have the hope that COVID will wipe out from Karnataka and gradually from India also. With this conclusion, I would like to stop my explanation based on the uh, data that I have collected. Thank you for listening.